Hello again, everyone. I'm back with another video. This one was way sooner than I was thinking. Guess I'm just super inspired. But anyway, I am wanting to do something different when it comes to my art. And I thought, why not document it? Because I've never really done anything like this in the past or whatever. So basically, I did all those wood panel paintings in my last video where I showed kind of like my process doing like a bunch of mixed media stuff. And I have another wood panel. This is like the last wood panel that I have. I'm pretty sure I got these like years ago from somewhere, something my dad was doing, some sort of construction thing. But anyway, I saved these years ago and finally I'm on my last panel. But I wanted to combine sort of what I did in the last video with that wood panel and something I did with a previous painting, which was put a whole bunch of fabric on top of the painting itself to create kind of like this like mixed media look with actual textiles. But basically my idea that I had for this next painting or this newest painting was I thought it'd be really cool to stick a whole bunch of fabric all over the front of this, and then what I could do is airbrush on top of it and also screen print on it. So it's like I'm doing the same artistic process and methods that I would do normally on sort of clothing, but then I'm translating that onto an actual like canvas. But yeah, that's what am going to be trying to do, and I thought I would take you all with me documenting this process because I've never done this before. Also, I've been trying my best to be very conscious of all the material that I'm throwing out. So a lot of the scraps that from like all my little mini projects and stuff have been thrown into this bag, trying my best to upcycle and not waste the material that I cut up. Basically now I have this whole bag full of material that I need to figure out what I'm going to do with. And I feel like some projects like this could be a really good way of using up the material, but also like trying to do experiment and doing something really fun and cool. So I have the board, I have my bag of fabrics. I think I'm going to try to go for more thicker materials when it comes to cutting up and gluing onto the board, because I use this glue called E6000. Literally, it adheres fabric to things so well. I find that when I use thinner fabrics, it kind of leaves a grease stain if I'm not careful enough. So I think I might be using a little bit of thicker materials. But yeah, when I use this glue, I have to wear a respirator and gloves because it smells really bad. It will give you like a headache if you breathe this in too much. So I have to wear my respirator. And then also it has the poison logo on it as well. So probably not the best to have that get absorbed into your skin. So I wear gloves as well. I might throw on a movie as well to watch while I do this. And yeah, we're just gonna have a good time. So I've gotten about this far on the board and like I'm running extremely low on glue. It smells terrible. I took the respirator off and thank God I've been wearing it or else I'd be dying. So basically I've ran out of glue, but we're supposed to be having a snowstorm all weekend, so I don't know if I'm even going to be able to get it. Hopefully maybe the snow is not too bad tomorrow that I can go quickly grab it at like the craft store or whatever. I might be in a full different outfit, it might be a full different day, but either way, when I come back is when I get the glue and I can continue doing this project. All right, everyone, it's 2 days later, and I, in fact, now have 2 new tubes of the E6000 glue. So I'm ready to continue gluing this and continuing my project. So yeah, now with having two, I should be okay. I ended up going to Hamilton yesterday, seeing some friends. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish this and then probably start airbrushing. All right, everyone, so I finally got it all glued down onto this piece of plywood. So this is what it looks like after I glued all the little bits of fabric all over the board. I couldn't even tell you how long it took. I don't even know why it took so long to glue all these things on here. I guess to be fair, it is very intricate with the little pieces of fabric all over. I gotta now figure out what I'm gonna airbrush on here and what or how I'm gonna screen print on it too. I might do a little bit of sketching or I might just go for it. I'm not really too sure yet, but basically I feel like this is a really cool base for a really cool project. We now have the board on the easel. So what the goal is, or what I'm planning on doing, is I'm gonna have an airbrush design here over top of all this scrap pieces of fabric. So the face is gonna go here. I'm gonna do this little squiggly neck thing that I haven't really done in a while, but I think is really fun. So the head's gonna go here. I'm thinking of doing a little squiggly neck action all the way to the bottom corner here. And then after I do that, I'm thinking it'd be cool to put a pocket here as if the person is coming out of the pocket. I'm not too sure. That's sort of the goal. But before all that, so I'm going to airbrush it. Once this airbrush dries, I'm going to masking tape it, and then I'm going to take my screen and then screen print over top and then pull the masking tape off, revealing the final design underneath with the background being screen printed on and then the little pocket here. That's the plan. Again, when it comes to my whole artistic process, a lot of things change as I continue doing the thing because I don't know, new ideas come in and out. But right now, I just wanted to say what I planned and then we'll see what happens with the final product. All right, I finished up airbrushing, I cleaned the gun and ate lunch, and now we're back to it. I'm really stoked about this because for the longest time, I've been trying to like do my characters, Blonde Boy and Ronnie, over and over and over again, just trying to get the technique down and just to, I don't know, I felt like for the longest time with Couch, I didn't really dive into the characters that much or like the main mascots. And I really wanted to do that. That was like my goal for 2025 and I guess now into 2026 as well. But because I was really trying to dive into bringing my characters to life more and having them be more present within the whole Couch brand. I haven't really been doing a lot of my other little characters that I normally do. So for this one in particular, or this art piece in particular, I wanted to just go for like one of my little fun characters that I haven't really been able to do. Overall, I'm very pleased with how this turned out. I feel like this is something new that I haven't really done before. And I'm happy to bring you all with me on this. It's now time to masking tape the entire design. I think it should be dry enough, hopefully. It's been a couple hours since I finished doing this. So the thing is I'm gonna just rip off little pieces of tape like this and just kind of go around my design like this, do my best of trying to cover it all up. And then after that, I'm gonna screen print it and then we'll see what happens. So the design is now fully masked out. Now it's time to screen print. The one problem we have is that the screen is not big enough to fully cover the entire design. So what I'm gonna have to do is I want it so that the screen printed design bleeds off all the edges, and right now it only bleeds off the top and bottom because the design is not wide enough. So basically what I'm gonna have to do then is I'm gonna have to screen print one part of it and then I'm gonna have to move the screen over and screen print the other side. So I'm in kind of a dilemma right now when it comes to what ink I want to use. What I was originally thinking is I wanted to use the white on the screen, but now I'm wondering if maybe red would be cool. So now I'm at a crossroads here of what I feel will be the best. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go for the red. We're trying something new right now. This is all about experimentation, so let's go for this red, and the red isn't all dried and gross. As you can see on the side, I've already duct taped my screen because I've been ripped the screen doing my t-shirts. So hopefully I'm going to try to be as gentle as I can, but still provide enough force to actually screen print or get the design onto the canvas. I'm going to flood it. Flood it. All right, now I'm going to do some pressure. Cross my fingers this is gonna work. Okay, I definitely didn't put enough force onto this, but I'm really liking kind of this fragmenting screen printing job, but I just gotta finish it off now. Hopefully there's enough spacing here. I'm not gonna have any overlap. All right, I spaced it, I think, pretty well, actually. I don't see any overlaps. I screen printed on the floor. There's a bit of fragmentation on this side because I think I didn't pull hard enough. But again, this is all, I do enjoy the texture of it sort of being fragmented, so I'm not too mad about that. Over here it was a bit better. We have a little bit more of the design showing through. But now when I peel it off, it's gonna kind of have this mixed media with the screen printing and the airbrush. And then when I put the pocket on here, I think it's gonna be the final little touch of everything. So I'm gonna wait for this to dry and then I'm gonna pull it off. Now here is the best part. I'm gonna pull off all the tape now to reveal the design underneath. You gotta find the right corner to get, so hopefully you get a big chunk off. I want to get a good chunk for you guys. Good pull. Voila, it has now been fully pulled off. So now what I want to do is put the pocket right here, and I want the pocket to still function like a normal pocket. So all I'm going to do is put the glue around the edges here, let it dry, and then hopefully after that it fully adheres to the canvas, and then it will fully work like a regular pocket, and you could like potentially even put stuff in it. I think that would be super cool if it actually became fully functioning. Basically all I'm gonna do is flip this guy over. So we're gonna glue all around the edge like so. Then I'm gonna smear it a little bit just to get some good coverage. Now I just gotta put it on. So I'm thinking just like that. I gotta really maybe press this down. The painting is officially done. Bum, 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 bum. All right, here it is. The final outcome to this little project I did. Super happy with how it turned out. The pocket actually is fully functioning. So if you wanted to put something in here, you could. It's a little bit tight, obviously, because it's not on actual like jeans or anything. It's stuck to this hard board. So the thing I really like about this painting is that my vision that I had going into it is what the outcome actually was. It's really cool to see something that was just thought up in your mind actually turn out and be a physical piece of art now that I can hold and is exactly to what I was thinking of. And it's really cool too because this is literally on a piece of plywood that literally would have gotten thrown out. It was a perfect size, and why wouldn't I use it for a canvas? So again, saved something from going into the landfill, was able to make something really fun and cool out of it, and I was able to experiment with my artistic craft. But now it's time to do a photo shoot. I gotta go figure out where I'm gonna take a photo of this. I think I'm gonna go outside and see if I can go find a good photo op to take this. All right, so now the art has been completed. The photo shoot for the art has been completed. I'm gonna show you guys the photos right now of what we took. They look super cool because they were all shot on this little digicam. But yeah, thank you all for coming with me on this journey of mine. I didn't even know what the outcome was gonna be for this. So thank you all for coming with me. We all experienced something together. I'm hoping to make some more videos like this, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next video.